Dolly Parton was born on January 19th, 1946, in a tiny one-room cabin in the mountains of Tennessee. Life there was simple but extremely hard. Her parents raised 12 children, and money was almost always scarce. The cabin had no electricity, no running water, and winters could be painfully cold. Yet despite the hardships, the home was filled with music and storytelling. Her mother sang old Appalachian songs while cooking, and her grandfather preached and sang in church. Those melodies shaped Dolly's childhood and quietly planted the seeds of her future. Even as a little girl, she believed music could take her somewhere beyond the mountains. Poverty taught her resilience early in life, but it also gave her empathy and determination. The young girl, who grew up sharing beds with her siblings and dreaming under thin quilts, would one day become one of the most admired entertainers in the world. Dreams beyond the mountains. Growing up poor can leave deep impressions, and Dolly understood early how difficult life could be. At school, she sometimes felt different from other children because her clothes were homemade and resources were limited. Still, she carried something powerful inside her: imagination and ambition. Music became her escape and her voice. By the age of 7, she had already started writing songs, scribbling lyrics wherever she could. Soon, she was singing on local radio programs and performing at small events around Tennessee. Her voice, high and expressive, was unmistakable even then. By the time she was 13, she had stepped onto the stage of the legendary Grand Ole Opry, an early sign that her dreams were beginning to unfold. Those moments confirmed what she already believed, that music was not just something she loved, but something she was meant to do. The mountains had shaped her, but her future would stretch far beyond them. The leap to Nashville. The day after finishing high school in 1964, Dolly made one of the most important decisions of her life. With only a small suitcase, a guitar, and about $20, she boarded a bus to Nashville, determined to pursue a career in music. The city was full of hopeful artists chasing similar dreams, and success was far from guaranteed. Dolly lived frugally in a tiny apartment while knocking on doors across Music Row, trying to get anyone in the industry to listen. Some people doubted her voice or style, and the path forward often felt uncertain. Still, she refused to give up. She worked odd jobs, sang demo recordings for other artists, and kept writing songs late into the night. What kept her moving forward was the belief that persistence mattered more than immediate approval. Nashville was challenging, but it also became the place where Dolly slowly transformed determination into opportunity. A chance that changed everything. In 1967, Dolly's career took a major step forward when she joined Porter Wagoner on the popular television program The Porter Wagoner Show. The show gave her something she had never had before: national exposure and a steady platform for her music. Audiences quickly noticed the chemistry between the two performers, and their duets became widely loved. For Dolly, it was a chance to reach millions of listeners who might never have heard her otherwise. The experience also helped her learn how the music business worked, from touring schedules to recording sessions. While the partnership was important for her early success, it also pushed Dolly to think carefully about the direction she wanted for her own career. She was grateful for the opportunity, but also determined to keep growing as an artist and songwriter in her own right, finding her own voice. Eventually, Dolly realized she wanted greater independence in her music. In 1974, she stepped away from the partnership with Porter Wagoner and focused fully on her solo career. Around that time, she released one of her most heartfelt songs, I Will Always Love You, which quickly became a major hit. The song showed listeners how powerful her songwriting could be: honest, emotional, and beautifully simple. Over the next few years, Dolly continued building her reputation with memorable songs such as Jolene, and later the workplace anthem, 9 to 5. these songs reached audiences far beyond traditional country music. Her talent for storytelling and her unmistakable voice helped her connect with listeners everywhere. By trusting her instincts and following her creative vision, Dolly proved that authenticity could be the foundation of lasting success. Crossing into new horizons. The late 1970s and early 1980s brought even greater opportunities. Dolly expanded beyond country music into pop and film, showing audiences that her creativity had many forms. Her acting debut in the film 9 to 5, alongside Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, introduced her to an even wider audience. At the same time, her music continued topping charts. She became known not only as a singer, but also as a songwriter and entrepreneur. Instead of letting the industry define her limits, Dolly explored new possibilities. She also paid close attention to business decisions, making sure she maintained ownership of her work whenever possible. That careful approach helped her build long-term stability in a field where many artists struggle to maintain control of their creations. A homecoming called Dollywood. Even as her fame grew, Dolly never forgot her roots in Tennessee. In 1986, she opened Dollywood in the Smoky Mountains, only a short distance from the place where she grew up. The theme park was more than a business project. It was a tribute to the culture and spirit of her hometown. Dollywood created thousands of jobs and attracted millions of visitors each year. Families from around the world began traveling there, not only for entertainment, but also to experience the story behind Dolly's life. The park celebrated Appalachian traditions, music, and hospitality. For Dolly, seeing people enjoy the same mountains that shaped her childhood was deeply meaningful. It was a reminder that success could also create opportunities for others. Love away from the spotlight. While Dolly's public life was filled with performances and travel, her personal life remained remarkably private. In 1966, she married Carl Dean, a businessman who preferred to stay far from the spotlight. Unlike many celebrity couples, they kept their relationship quiet and grounded. Carl rarely attended public events, choosing instead to live a simple life away from fame. Dolly often spoke about how important that balance was for her. Having someone who valued privacy helped her stay connected to a sense of normal life, despite the pressures of success. Their marriage, lasting for decades, became one of the most enduring partnerships in entertainment. It showed that love does not always need attention to be strong. Turning kindness into action beyond music and business, Dolly became widely known for her generosity. In 1995, she launched the Imagination Library, a program that sends free books to young children to encourage early literacy. What began as a small initiative in Tennessee eventually spread across several countries. Millions of books have been distributed through the program, helping children discover the joy of reading. Dolly often explains that education and imagination can change a child's future. Because she grew up with limited resources, she understands how meaningful opportunities can be. Her commitment to helping others has become one of the most respected parts of her legacy. Through quiet acts of generosity, she has influenced far more lives than music alone could reach. A legacy of music and compassion. Dolly Parton's career now spans decades, with thousands of songs written and millions of records sold. Yet what makes her story remarkable is not only her success, but the values she carried along the way. She remained grounded in the lessons she learned as a child: hard work, humility, and kindness. Even today, she continues writing music, supporting charitable causes, and encouraging others to follow their dreams. Her journey from a small cabin in the Smoky Mountains to international fame shows how determination and generosity can exist side by side. Dolly's life reminds people that talent can open doors, but character is what builds a lasting legacy. Through her music, her philanthropy, and her warmth toward others, she has created something far greater than fame. A story that continues to inspire people everywhere.